Let me just quickly check this box because maybe they moved it there. Well, great.
Can't find your meth?
I wish I had. Oh, here we go. Okay. I found my meth.
Okay, good.
That's the sequel to my book.
Right. Who moved my meth? In the sequel, I found my meth.
Yep. All good now. All right. Okay. I think we're ready to record this here show. So here it goes, everybody. Line up. Oh, I didn't do a read. Damn it. Hold on.
Okay. All right.
Take me 2 seconds.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one. It's super funny right there. You should do that one.
You like that?
I don't see it until you hit enter. So.
Oh, that's true. You can't. Yeah.
No.
Totally right.
Apple events. What business is today?
That's today. That's the watch thing today.
Yep. 10 a.m. local time is what it says. But that's not right. It starts at 11 o'clock local time. I guess the video stream is local. Is 10 a.m. local time.
Major spoilers. V4 video games. Your emails. Okay, we're ready. Here we go.
Do.
Let me erase this. Okay, here we go.
Oh,
All right.
Perfect. Yeah, right after TMS, then we'll hop onto the Apple stream and watch them unveil the latest money suck.
Yeah, that's today. So I don't know how I feel yet. I don't know how I feel about a watch yet. I don't care about watches. I know
really?
you're a cool watch guy. I'm just not a watch guy.
I'm Joe Watchman.
Yeah, so I'm not
Sergeant
sure.
Kabuki Man, NYPD.
Oh wow, getting the case solving that case.
That's right.
You're all about that case. All right, here we go. Begins in 3. Whoa, Scott, don't have that up. Duh. All right, Scott, say this. Say this words now. All right, here we go. Comes in here at 1 or in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS, Tom Hardy is rad.
How old is Brian?
Cockpit audio.
Star Trek tours.
Toy Story 4 is a love story.
Aw. Smell-o-vision.
Major spoilers.
V for video games.
Your emails and more on the shortest freaking stunted sentence reading of the history of this show on this episode of The Morning Stream.
Not everybody can afford to spend hours in the sun. So if I were you, I'd use Ebony. Ebony is not a sunscreen or a fake tan. Ebony is a suntan accelerator, a vitamin-rich moisturizer you apply before you go into the sun. Ebony feeds and speeds the natural tanning process of your skin. The result is a natural ebony tan, fast. If I were you, I'd use Ebony.
Why?
The Morning Stream with Scott and Brian and a caveman.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to TMS. This is The Morning Stream for Monday, March 9th, 2015. We are... Jeez. Brian, March is almost half over, dude.
I know.
Good Lord. What's going
Almost.
on? What is happening?
Well, you know what? In a week, we'll be able to say March is half over. We're still in the first couple weeks of the month.
Are you
We're
saying
good.
I'm
We're
jumping
all
the gun? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Okay.
You look at time, you know, and you say time is flying by so fast. In just a few years,
Yeah. I'll be this or I'll be
look
that.
back, you say, I'm just a couple years older than 40. just a few years older than 40.
Look,
I'm a few years away from 50.
Yeah, look, glass half full over there. Your positivity is utterly life-altering.
I try to make it infectious, but it is not.
It's hard to, you know? Sometimes we're just faced with this ever-ticking clock, and there's no way to fight it. As fast as I try to move, as quickly as I try to go, it still runs out. But nonetheless, here we are. We're doing a show. We're starting a little late. We apologize for that, live listeners. Hey, people at home, you don't care. You're getting the show the same. You don't care. Doesn't matter to you. But we're here. We're doing it. We got stuff to cover. Might I direct people's attention to the fine episode of Film Sack that occurred last night? Good times. Surf Nazis Must Die was the film. It was a poopy movie, but a really fun episode. So I recommend you check that out. There was lots of horrible things like this sound. So that you can enjoy that.
Yeah, that's so bad.
Yeah, that was really bad.
The Führer of the Beach.
The Führer of the Beach. If you want to see Hitler as a beach Nazi, you're in. So there's a lot happening, and we'll get to all that in a second. But I just wanted to make a quick mention that I think Tom Hardy might be the greatest living actor right now. And I say this because I'd already felt pretty good about him. Like, he'll be in one thing and go, oh, yeah, he's great in that. And he'll be in another thing and be a completely different character.
Yeah.
And
Inception.
Yeah.
And
what's that car one he's in?
Mad Max.
Something came out last year, very independent, and I forgot the name. Anyway,
oh, really?
Yeah, really good. He spent the entire movie as him in a car, and it's never out of the car. Anyway, Tom Hardy just constantly like sinking deep into whatever character he's going to be, and just embodying it in a way that I don't know too many are doing today. And I've cemented that opinion even further because Tom Hardy shows up in season 2 of Peaky Blinders.
Oh, really? I started watching that last night based on all of your prodding.
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think?
So far, so good. I mean, still, Cillian Murphy. Keep wanting to say Cillian. Cillian Murphy is. You just can't look away from him. I mean, he has got a very compelling look to him and delivery of his lines and stuff.
Those eyes and that voice. It's just something about him. Now,
here's the thing about Tom Hardy, though.
Yeah.
He's when you just look at, hey, here's a picture of Tom Hardy standing there, right?
Yeah.
He's a very generic looking guy, and I think that's why he's able to transform into so many other roles.
Yeah, that could be. My wife thinks he's the best looking man on earth. She thinks he's a sexy man.
Wow.
Which is, a lot to chew on, really, if you think about it. But so when you see him in season 2, you'll be blown away. He plays this this head of this sort of Jewish faction in London that's like vying for the crime syndicate there, and is super intense and really, really good. And it hit me all at once because there's a scene, this isn't the spoiler, but there's a scene where Cillian Murphy is being transported to meet with Tom Hardy, and to get there, they have to put a bag over his head, right, to conceal his identity. It is not just any bag, Brian. It is a burlap sack. Now, everyone, see if you know where I'm going here.
Well, I do, and it's funny because at first it was like, all right, there's a kind of an Inception thing going on because the two of them were in Inception together, and they kind of capture Cillian Murphy on a plane, not physically. Well, kind of physically,
but more importantly than that, see, you're missing the deeper dig.
No, I'm getting now to the deeper dig.
Gotcha.
Of the burlap sack in Cillian Murphy and that connection.
Yeah. So he's about to poison the entire town with hallucinogenic freaking green gas, and Bane. He goes to meet Bane. Yeah, right. It was not lost on me, but it was man. I'm just telling you, Tom Hardy just chewing up the scenery, man. That guy, he's great, and I can't wait to see how that character plays out. We finished season 1 and freaking loved it, and now Kim and I are all into season 2. You'll love it. The only thing I would say is if you're not used to hearing sort of Birmingham accents and Irish accents at their thickest, it can take a minute to hear the words.
I was surprised how quickly I adjusted because one of the first scenes is Cillian Murphy getting powder blown into the face of a horse to kind of stir up some sales, so to speak.
Some gypsy luck, yeah.
Some gypsy luck. But the next scene is him talking in a diner with a dude, and both of them are talking really fast, and it did not take long for me to acclimate.
Good, because once you've got that, you're all in. And I forget the name of that actress who's in it, the blonde with the nose. But I love her.
The blonde with the nose.
She totally, I don't know what, she's very captivating to me. I don't know who she is or what her deal is.
I don't think I've seen her yet. I watched, I was only about a quarter of the way. Is that Annabelle Wallace?
I think so. She was
plays
in
Grace
Yes.
Burgess?
Yes.
Okay.
She plays Grace, and she's fantastic.
What's the matter with her nose? Hold on a
It's
second.
nothing wrong with it. It's just very distinctly shaped.
just has one.
Especially
Blonde woman with the nose.
if you look at her profile, it's a very distinct nose. It reminds me of like a Greek statue kind of nose. It's really cool. Like it's not a
Google
bad
just
nose.
tends not to actually have women's faces in profile. It's always direct shots of them looking straight forward. Let's see
Yeah.
if I can find.
You'll get it on the show though.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll see it eventually.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, she's great. Dr. Grant is a real bastard.
Oh yeah.
Real
Right.
butthole in this, but he does a
Sam
great
Neill.
accent. Yeah, Sam Neill is great. He's not all cracked, like space cracked, like he was in. What was that? What was the movie with the outer space where? Oh no, the
Yes,
ship's haunted.
Event Horizon?
Event Horizon, where he's all like made out of crusty, cracked earth or whatever for a minute. He's not like that in this. So don't worry, everybody. You won't be all completely freaked out like I was when I saw Event Horizon. Brian, I have a test for you.
Okay, cool.
Laying this on you now. This is a test supposedly BuzzFeed created that will predict exactly your age by how you use the internet. I will ask you a series of questions, and we will see if it gets it right.
Okay,
Are you ready? We're going to rip through this.
I am ready. Rip through it.
Okay, the question is, how do you get your driving directions? And your possible answers are: ask someone to write them out, print them out, use your car's GPS, use your phone, I can't drive yet, F it, call Uber.
Wow. Even though my Kia Soul has a built-in, iPad mini-sized display in the center console with mapping, I'll actually still use Google Maps on my phone because I want I want that iPad display in the middle of my car to like show what I'm listening to.
Oh, perfect. All right, so use your phone is what you say.
Use my phone.
All right.
Phone GPS. Yeah.
Chosen. All right, next up. Where do you keep your phone at night? Under my pillow, on the nightstand, in the bed.
On the nightstand.
All right, easy one. How do you talk to your parents? Text message, phone call, email, in person, I still live with them.
These are great. I love these choices.
Yeah.
Both my mom and my dad mostly these days we talk via text.
All right, so text message.
Yeah.
Who cracks you up? Oh, these are a bunch of Viners and people. All right, so one of them is I can't remember her name. Brittany Furlong on Vine. Three popular Viners. Then Ellen DeGeneres, the Indian chick from The Office. I can't remember her name.
Oh, Mindy Kaling.
Mindy Kaling and Jack Nicholson.
Oh, geez, those are all my choices.
Yeah.
Is there a none of the above?
Right.
No, I mean, I guess if there's anybody in that list, I mean, Ellen DeGeneres does crack me up. I think she's.
Okay.
I know what it's probably gonna label me as if I say I like Ellen DeGeneres. Oh, old fart.
What if it says you're a 37-year-old lesbian? What if it tells you that at the end?
That's fine. That's fine. I'll take that. That still makes me younger.
All right, good.
And I do like to get with the ladies, so that isn't far.
I always said if I was a lady, I'd be a lesbian. I've always said that.
Yeah.
Pick an
A
internet.
lesbian trapped in a man's body.
Yeah, exactly. Pick an internet slang. Okay, here are your options:
All right.
Bay, BRB, ASL, pwned.
Ugh.
I know. On fleek.
What the hell's on fleek?
I don't know. This, LOL, roasted or subtweet. So Bay, BRB, ASL, pwned, on fleek, this, LOL, roasted or subtweet.
Okay, well here, I'll the only one of those I've used in the past month is BRB.
Okay, we're gonna use that.
Yeah. And that was because I was chatting with Furt Raiders on a non-raid night and had to leave the room for a second, so I typed BRB.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Pick one of these, Facebook or Instagram.
Facebook.
All right.
Still.
Does this man and the phrase "I kiss you" ring a bell? Yeah, I guess you have to see it.
I guess I do. Can you
He's got a mustache here.
put an image in the Skype or
Yeah. Here you go. You ready? I'll put it in chat.
put in chat? Okay.
Yeah, here you go. So chat. There you go. That's your guy right there.
Oh. Yeah, he rings a bell. Do I have to actually remember who exactly he is?
So
or?
does this man and the phrase "I kiss you" ring a bell? No, yes, or kinda.
Yes.
All right. Recognize. Oh, there's another one. Hold on. Do you recognize this guy? Okay, I'm putting it in chat. Do you recognize that guy? No, yes, or kinda.
No, I do not recognize that guy.
All right. How do you video chat? FaceTime, Skype? I don't. Whatever my office uses.
For the most part, I mean, this is probably my biggest use of for chat, like for this kind of stuff I do Skype, but
Yeah,
for chat,
just
like
for
with
chatting
my
with
dad or
somebody,
something,
sure.
FaceTime.
Okay, fair enough. We have a guess by what age you are, by how you use the internet. You ready?
Yeah.
69. Thinks you're 69 years old.
I'll bet if I changed okay, so Facebook probably had 20 years because he likes Facebook instead of Instagram.
That is hilariously
And the Ellen
off.
DeGeneres didn't help me at all there.
I would call you a savvy internet user.
Yeah. Except for my excessive tab use.
All this proved is these BuzzFeed tests are stupid. That's
They are
all this
stupid.
proved. Oh, gosh. All right. Well, I'm glad we proved something. Hey, quick congrats to a listener. Dwayne Cole had a baby.
Yay!
Shane Vincent Corwin Coyle? Sorry. I think he meant Cole. He just spelled it with a Y there.
I think it's Coyle, Dwayne Coyle.
Is it? It says Cole over here.
I know, but I could have sworn I know a listener that we've got that's named Dwayne Coyle.
Oh, well, it's either Coyle or Cole. And either way, it's Shane Vincent Corwin is the baby. And we're just super happy for you. So big grats on that, Dwayne Cole. If that is really your name. Or Coyle.
Rats.
That's really cool. All right, we're going to call Daryl now because that's what we do and we're running late. So let's call Daryl. I got a little surprise for Daryl. He doesn't know this is coming.
Cool.
I like surprising Daryl. Here's your theme for Daryl right here. It's Stump a Trek Nerd, starring and brought to you by.
Which hypothetical crossover band do you prefer? Huey and the Blowfish or Hootie and the News? Tweet your answer to us at 4 Record Breakers with hashtag Huey or Hootie. Also, check out new episodes of Record Breakers at recordbreakerspodcast.com or youtube.com/RABellyTV.
R.A. Belly. Daryl, are you there?
I am.
Oh, good. I want to play a little something about this. This will tell you Daryl's mood. Okay? So if you're all sitting at home wondering what mood Daryl's in, let there be no question now, because here's the mood he's in.
Thanks a lot, f***ing time change. It's the middle of the f***ing night that I'm going to work now.
Wow.
I have never heard you so salty before, man.
Did you add the beeps or did Daryl?
I added them. There was his Vine video. He's a cuss bag on Vine this morning. It was his usual flag video that he does every morning. And I thought, I'll check this out. But then in his tweet, I thought jokingly, he said, oh yeah, NSFW, haha, whatever. And I thought, this isn't going to be like that. It's just Daryl. He's a happy-go-lucky dude in the morning. And I checked it out, and he is just going.
Thanks a lot, f***ing time change.
Wow.
That's intense, man.
I'm
Nice
kind of
work.
with you on the time change thing. I'm done with it.
Yeah, I don't need it.
Yeah.
You know what's ironic, though, is today, we lost an hour, right? And I got up more on time than ever. I did treadmill this morning. I got a bunch of crap done before the show. It's weird how kind of on it I am today, and I should have hated today. It should have been awful today.
Yeah, I had the treadmill. I looked at the clock and said, I could treadmill, and it's, the usual time. But I was like, I was so exhausted last night when I went to bed after raid. It's like, I'm gonna give myself a little more time to sleep.
I couldn't sleep. I had to read a book. I don't know what my deal was. I didn't get any damn loot. I think I was irritated. And I
You're
thought,
angry.
I was angry again.
for lack of loot.
It's like my 8th time in raid with 0 loot. I don't know what's happening. It's like that game has something against me right now. Anyway, Daryl, it's good to have you back on despite your angered mood. Let's do Star Trek trivia. And to start with, though, I want to read a quick note that we got from Jenny Josephson. She stuck this in the story pool, and I wanted to mention it here rather than in the news. You're aware of it, obviously, but Harv Bennett, who navigated a rocky path from childhood stardom to youthful disaffection to adult success as a producer of 4 Star Trek films and an Emmy-winning TV movie, died on February 25th in Medford, Oregon. He was 84 years old. Oh.
Yep.
So we lost Leonard Nimoy, then we turned right around, lost Harv Bennett, who was roughly the same age, a little older. And he
actually died a week earlier, but
Oh, was this before?
yeah, he died February 25th. So the news, basically they just didn't announce it until right around
Oh.
Leonard Nimoy's death.
All right, I thought he died after. That's too bad. I mean, not too bad.
Wait,
It's too bad
this
that
is
everybody.
weird. His death came only 2 days before that of Leonard Nimoy.
Yep.
But, oh yeah, I guess so. I guess that's right. Yeah, Leonard Nimoy died on the 27th. So
That feels
the
sooner though, doesn't
But then
it?
it said, yeah, but was announced only this week.
Yeah.
So,
Well, anyway, he responsible for Star Trek II: Wrath of Khan, ending with Star Trek V: The Final Frontier. In '89, his death came 2 days. Oh yeah, I said that. Played Spock in all 6 films. Anyway, there you go. Daryl, any thoughts on Harv Bennett's contribution to Star Trek? It's more movies, obviously, but
I think he turned it around after the motion picture. Everything was good after that.
yeah, it seems like everyone credits The Wrath of Khan for getting it right. For what Trek should be in film versus what it should be on TV. If anything, it's like motion picture almost was trying to be too much of both, and they couldn't figure it out. And 2 was like, you know what, we just need to be a great big fun movie, and everything's been fine since. Well,
Yeah.
there's The Final Frontier, of course.
Roddenberry kept going back to Paramount saying, you want this story? How about this one? No, how about this one? And they kept saying, nope,
Yeah.
next. And
Yeah.
finally said, well, how about this pile of junk? And they said, okay.
Well, I'm glad they took that pile of junk and made it into something fun.
Yeah.
Every time I say Botany Bay, I think of that movie. Daryl, let's get to your thing here. Oh, we have a mashup first, I guess. This is probably about wieners, so tuck in. It's a Monday mashup. Here you go.
that's a nut.
My nut touched nobody's
I
butt.
told you.
It turned into this growling ball of hate.
Causing real mayhem.
Were you her bitch?
I think I kind of was.
I can't believe we're seriously discussing this.
Dude, don't even say that. What is wrong with you?
It is really, really warm in here. Let me take my clothes off.
Ooh.
Oh, scrotal disorder. Fantastic.
Oh, I like it.
What is this? Green leaves and sticks?
We just measure our wieners in inches because it sounds better.
It's 322 millimeters.
All right. That was a mishmash of things
weird.
from various things. Yeah, very
I
weird.
like that it's it's never just TMS.
Just throw a little something in there I've never heard from Terpster and Patrick. It may have been the instance. I don't know. But anyway, thank you for that. Here's your question. In the Next Generation episode Night Terrors, the USS Enterprise receives... What? Receives, I
Probably
guess. What he meant.
receives. Yeah.
He wrote that wrong. A distress call from the USS Brattain. Brattain.
Brattain.
Brattain.
Brattain. There we go.
Yeah.
When the Enterprise finds the Brattain, they get stuck in Tychon's Rift.
Sure. Ouch.
I know,
It's
right?
gonna take.
It's a bad Saturday night.
It's gonna take some time to get that out of there.
The rift is named after Captain Bella Tychon. What alien race is Bella Tychon from? Is it Caldonian? Is it Pelosian? Is it Edosian? Or is it Methusian? Melthusian. Sorry, Mel. There's an L in there. So those are them.
Malthusian was my favorite Spice Girl.
Hey, Spice World. That didn't you tell me that was streaming somewhere?
No, I don't know if it is.
Okay, because somebody had suggested yesterday on Twitter that we film sack that, and I, for some reason, thought maybe it was streaming, and I think we should. Like, it's
I would love to. I would. You kidding me?
I'm guessing you're the only one that's seen it, let alone likes it. So it would be fun.
I'm certainly the only one of the four of us who owns a copy on DVD.
Yeah, and if they had Blu-ray, you'd own it, right? You totally
I would. Yeah, I totally would.
Of course you would. All right, Daryl, time for this.
Are you hungry? Aren't you hungry?
What's a foodie?
We have something Brian sent from us from his trip to New Mexico here in these States United. It's a bag of Blue Rocks that look like meth from Walter White. Also sent us these cool pins for Better Call Saul.
Magnets.
Yeah, magnets. Oh, I should keep that away from my screen.
Well, yeah, you probably don't want to put it on your hard drive now. I don't. It's probably not strong enough. Strong enough to cause any damage, but
It's not hardened enough. I'm gonna put that over there then. Keep that over there.
hard magnet.
So we
I
thought
had
we'd
a
eat
coworker
these.
once.
Yeah, go ahead.
I had a coworker once came into my office and I had a magnet sitting on my light switch, right? Little metal plate the light switch is on. And she took it and she looked at it and then she, smiled and then she put it over on a framed picture that I had on the wall, like right on the glass. And it fell down. And she picked it up and she put it on there again and it fell down again. And I was looking at her with this bizarre look on my face and she says, "Doesn't this stick to anything smooth?"
She thought magnets worked on smooth
magnets,
things.
Yes. And then she
amazing.
joined the Insane Clown Posse.
Great. Fago for the rest of her life.
That's right.
And then you said, when she asked you that, did you say?
I'll get back to you.
All right.
That's what I did. Same company. As a matter of fact, the office that I was in at the time was right next door to the office that that video was filmed in.
Great. Perfect. I feel like a piece of history is in our possession now. All right. So these rocks, I don't know if anyone's tried these yet. I haven't.
No, I have not opened the bag until now.
Daryl, have you cheated?
These are picked up at the candy store. The lady who made the actual meth, the blue crystal meth candy that they used in Breaking Bad.
Wow.
So that's
crazy. How come no one's ever made a meth you can just eat? Doesn't that seem like that would make sense if you
like
were
meth edibles?
Yeah, meth edibles. Meth edibles.
Well,
wonder why
Tuco
not.
just jammed him up his nose, didn't he?
Well, nice and tight. Get it? Tight.
That's right. There's not much room in there. So of course it's gonna be
Tight. My nostrils are too tight. All right, so we're gonna
yellow, pink, whatever. Just keep bringing me that.
It's a pretty good Tuco.
Thanks.
Kind of
Never
impressed.
tried a Tuco before.
I'm an episode behind on that new show. I gotta catch up today. All right, so let's all eat a rock here, okay? So we're gonna.
All right.
They're blue.
They're way bluer than I thought they'd be.
They look like they're
Yeah,
maybe a little
they are.
bluer and less clear than, well, obviously less clear, but less clear than the stuff they showed on the show. But it's sufficient. Well, this is lovely. Oh, one of us has teeth to bite candy with. I can't do that anymore. I'll pop that crown right off. No, I can't. I mean, I can, but it's a great risk. Oh, this is good. It's good candy.
Sugary with a hint of something.
Meth. Just a hint of meth in my candy. That's fantastic. Big thanks to Brian Ibbett for picking those up while he was there and bringing it.
My pleasure.
to
I'm
us. That
actually
was
getting
super
off
nice.
my butt and mailing them to you.
It was really nice. I like it. All right, rest will go to the kids.
I'm saving mine forever. It's valuable.
Yeah, it could be actually one day, right? We should do that. All right, so
Whatever.
yeah,
You can easily go and get more.
true. They're not running out anytime soon. Daryl, do you got a this day in Trek moment for us?
Oh yeah, I do. What did I do with it? Oh, this day in 1967 on TOS, The Devil in the Dark aired. And right after that, NBC announced that Star Trek would be renewed for a second season.
That's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
What? When were they notified there'd be no fourth season? Wasn't that pretty early in the process of 3?
Yeah.
So they
yeah.
kind of half-assed a lot of stuff and
At
checked
the end
out.
of 2, they said it was going to be canceled, and everybody wrote in and went nuts. And so they said, okay, one more, here's 3. And that was it.
Okay. I was talking to a neighbor who'd never seen Star Trek, and he's like 28 or something, and he decided to start with TOS, and he said, I couldn't make it through the pilot. And I said, yeah, probably jump ahead, I think.
Yeah.
Some people, I don't know if they can do it. It's so ancient now.
I think I had to start with TNG. I mean, I guess, no, for me, I guess I started with more with the movies than with the TV show.
Yeah. Or that's when I really latched. Well, I mean, I liked it as a kid, but I always knew it was kitschy, weird TV. Like, I never saw it as, like, serious, hardcore sci-fi. I saw it as kind of goofy. But then the movies came, and I went, oh, well, no, this is all right. And Wrath of Khan kind of changed, all of it for me. So, what am I doing here? I love all the conversation I'm hearing behind Daryl. I love it. I love hearing these
There's
secret
like
conversations.
Bill is going over the meeting minutes behind him. Yeah.
I like it. All right, Daryl. Back to your question. Next Generation. Night Terror is the episode. They got this captain, Bella Tykin. She's from one of these things. She's one of these races. She's either Caledonian, Pelosian, Edosian, or Malthusian. I hate all
What
those
was that
names.
third one?
And Edosian.
Edosian.
E-D-O-S-A-N. Yeah.
Edosian.
So we're choosing between Cla, Pel, Ed, and Mel.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes.
Cal
is
Pel
kinda
Edmel. It's Superman's uncle on Krypton. Calped Edmel.
Sounds more like the name of his horse.
Yeah, it does. Or his giant
let's
flying bug things or whatever they were.
Mel. This is a guess. I'm gonna say that it was probably named after somebody. And yeah, their names would have started with these. Like some guy's named Ed that worked the cameras or something.
They did that a lot, right?
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
I don't
Like a
know if they
little
did.
homage to Frank, who runs the cue cards, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fromel.
Cue cards. I don't think they had cue cards.
That'd be
on
great. I
Star
bet they.
Trek.
You know what? I bet they did for Shatner.
Yeah. Just like an
What's
SNL
that say?
skit. Where,
Sabotage. Hold that cue card up. That's not how I'd hold a cue card up. That's how you hold a cue card up.
that's basically it.
I'm gonna say Mel.
You think Mel? All right. Mel the
And
cameraman.
it just sounds kind of familiar too.
All right. Well, let's find out if you're right. Is it Mel?
Congratulations.
It is Mel. It turns
You're a winner.
She was that captain who was first discovered a type of rift that they're caught in. Here's a clip of Crusher playing some of the logs from the USS Britannia. So here you go, right here.
Captain Sahiva's mental condition deteriorated steadily once they had become stranded. She began talking of plots and mutinies. This was the last entry in the log, made after they had been adrift for over 3 weeks.
First Officer Brink and his men were behind it. They got to the engines. They don't work anymore. Had to eliminate Brink. The ship is out of, we're running out. Too dangerous. Out of Brink and his men.
They think I'm crazy, but I know better. It is not I who am crazy.
Okay, I guess that's a little thing Mike Moore put in there. What I like about that is I love it when crazy means people don't do complete sentences. That's my favorite thing.
Right.
And they say out of Brink.
Car swerving, can't control. It's like, come on.
Must reach antidote.
Yep, real dumb. Congratulations, Daryl. You did it. That's a good start to a week, I believe, here on This Week in Trek. Or no, you do that show. It's called This Week in
Yeah,
Trek.
that's not this one.
This one's called nothing. It's just called Stump a Trek Nerd. And Daryl did a great job. He is also on This Week in Trek, so go listen to that show. They did a really nice tribute to Nimoy, by the way. That's something worth listening to, so go check that out.
Cool.
At This Week in Trek at thisweekintrek.com and the Grumpy Cast, and he's also on Twitter as The Trek Nerd. Daryl, what is the game you're going to play with us now?
Oh, what is it? It is Star Trek character or Shakespearean character.
All right, here's your theme. It is someone made this Patrick singing Carly Rae Jepsen's new song.
Really, 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 really.
Do you want me to? Gotta watch that video. Tom Hanks is a national treasure. All right. What was that again? I forgot it already.
A Star Trek character or Shakespearean character?
Oh, okay. I like this. This is good.
Yeah, I do too.
Dr. Butts.
Dr. Butts.
Laughing at a joke, this phrase, Dr. Butts, is like drinking whiskey in the morning. It's such a weird thing to laugh at. I don't know, dude. That sounds like I'm being tricked.
It does. I can't think of any. Well, I mean, being tricked, it wouldn't fit in either place, right? I mean, I can't think of any Shakespearean Dr. Butts. So I'm gonna say, jeez.
I think Star Trek too, because I did a lot of Shakespeare stuff in college or high school. Like I didn't act, but I studied it.
Oh, I'm picturing Scott Johnson on stage.
No, none of that.
One of the gentlemen from Verona.
No. No, but I remember reading a lot and having to do a bunch of tests and stuff, and I don't remember anybody named Butts.
A Midsummer Night's Dream. Let's say, so we'll say Star Trek.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
What do you say?
Okay. This is from Henry VIII. It's Shakespeare.
What?
Really?
Yes.
There's a Dr. Butts in Shakespeare in Henry VIII. That's crazy. All right.
Yes, look it up.
I searched for Dr. Butts on Google just now. Hit enter when you gave us the answer because I don't cheat. First one that came up is Donald R. Butts, MD. He's in Houston. Go get your stuff done. That's awesome.
And his license plate says "Ass Man."
Mm-hmm. Also, best thing I saw on Twitter yesterday, somebody sent a photo of a shopping mall. You know, he always have a big sign out front that has like the 5 or 6 marquees of the major stores that are in there.
Right.
It
Macy's,
says
Sears or whatever. Yeah.
It's got Kohl's, Staples, and Dick's Sporting Goods. So when you read the sign from top to bottom, it says Kohl's, Staples, Dick's. And the caption on the tweet was, Kohl's does what now? Made me laugh. All right, Daryl, bye.
fantastic.
That was pretty good. All right, what are we doing? Oh, yeah, we got this.
Television highlights of the news of yesteryear.
It's the news, and it's brought to you by...
Dear Stockholm and Berlin, I'm sponsoring this segment for my girlfriend Lois and her European choir tour. In less than 2 months, she will be on her way to sing all over Europe and do some sightseeing. She needs help from the Tadpole and the Frog Pants family. There are links to the choirs and her YouTube channels and the GoFundMe page. Visit tiny.cc/choir Europe tour. That's Choir Europe tour. Thank you for all the help, Michael, aka the Taffy Guy.
Ooh,
and
the
good luck,
Taffy Guy.
Lois.
Yeah, good luck, Lois. Your meth has gone to my throat.
That's what'll happen.
You want to hear Harrison Ford's cockpit audio before the plane crash?
Yes.
He lived, so it's not like weird, you know.
Right. Oh, please. I want this just to be capped audio from like Millennium Falcon.
Well, it's not.
Clips or something.
Oops, hold on. Time's running for some reason. Okay, well, here's the.
Ollie, there's a snake in the plane.
Here's the audio. Let's see if it works. Hopefully this works. Here we go.
53178, engine failure, immediate return. Ryan 178, runway 21, clear to land.
Did he say Ryan 178? Is that what he said? Could it be like Jack Ryan?
No, it's like probably just a call sign like R. I can never remember all the military letters that, you know, like R is in.
I desire that to be about Jack Ryan, though.
Like that's his code name.
Yeah,
Sure.
he goes, I want to be called Jack Ryan, Dad. That's what I want.
All right.
All right, there's more.
Go to 3. Ryan 178, runway 3, clear to land.
All right, a little bit of dead air, then this.
60 Papa, canceling clearance. What would you like to do? Doesn't 60 Papa, just make right 360s for now. Right 360s, 60 Papa.
Dude, plane people. Okay, there's more.
That doesn't sound like. I mean, that second voice there doesn't sound like Harrison Ford. The
No,
first one did.
those are two other dudes talking about how to land him. I'm trying to find if there's more from him. Let's see.
Wind 260 at 10.
Okay, another dude. Here's some more.
Unit 2, Unit 3, Santa Monica Tower. Unit 3, we're standing by. Southwest.
Okay, so they're waiting for the crash, right?
Please send Santa Monica Tower. Stand by.
All right, Santa Monica, get your butt ready. Here we go.
Tower, Unit 3, did you see the last location? Unit 3, it looked like it was short of the runway by the VOR.
It's kind of creepy, this stuff. I love it. Okay.
Unit 3, roger.
All right.
Says in the 60 Papa, runway 21, clear to land. 21, clear to land, 60 Papa.
All right.
Police helicopter over the Getty, say again. Police 6 coming in, we're to the north side.
Okay.
Jeez, somebody in Skype.
Santa Monica altimeter 3020, and I'll keep you advised.
All right, so it looks like the only Harrison Ford audio is this right here. I'll just play it again.
53178, engine failure, immediate return.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
him saying I gotta crash this thing. Oh, it's creepy, isn't it? A little
Tell me
creepy.
the odds.
Yeah, never.
So the plane was according to land guy, the land guy Gary.
Yeah.
He says the plane was a Ryan Trainer.
Oh.
That's why. It's
Okay,
the
well,
aircraft
I
type.
still choose to believe that he bought it because it had Ryan in it. I'm just gonna keep.
I'd like to buy this plane and go on the hunt for Red October.
Dad. All right. Anyway, there's that. That's fun. Hey, look at this. I should have mentioned this when Daryl's here. A 100-stop Star Trek concert tour is coming in 2016.
Wow.
Will you go, Brian?
I don't know. Perhaps.
Well, let me describe it.
Is Colorado one of the stops?
Well, let's find out. To celebrate the 50th anniversary of Star Trek's 1966 debut on NBC, a Vulcan Symphony will go on tour, a 100-stop non-stop tour around U.S. and Canada. The concert will include live music from each TV series, and the only notable exception would be Star Trek Enterprise.
Only because they can't get Scott Fletcher to come out there and sing the lyrics.
Yeah. It's been a long time. As well as music from several movies, footage from the TV show and various films will be projected onto a 40-foot screen during the performances. Justin Freer, who has previously conducted a symphony for Lord of the Rings music, will lead the show. The pre-tour performance will take place in London's Royal Albert Hall on November 1st, 2015. The tour launches in January 2016 in Florida and finishes in Canada at the end of April. Let's see if there is anything about your town.
There's no link.
There's a link in there. You don't see it? The Verge?
Yeah. Oh, down there at the bottom.
Yeah. Oh, you mean on the Verge page?
Yeah, there's no link to...
Oh, yeah, there's no link to official thing. You're right.
Right, where you can actually...
Yeah, it doesn't... So there's no other cities listed. That's stupid. Way to go, Verge.
Yeah.
Way to go, guys. HelloFresh.com is here. I got a deal for people today. Something new. Check this out. HelloFresh is the meal kit delivery that makes cooking easy. We've talked about them a ton. We love them. You already know we love them. Every week, they make these great recipes. Step by step, easy to do. sourcing the freshest ingredients, measuring the exact quantities needed, all that stuff, delivered to your doorstep in a special insulated box. You can cook that healthy meal from scratch in about 30 minutes. Actual chefs, actual recipes. Here's the deal. We got a good deal for you today. A new deal on the same code.
Ooh. Okay.
For 3 free meals. 3 free meals.
Holy cow.
Enter the promo code MorningStream at checkout. Run! Don't walk, run to do this. That's 3 meals absolutely free with the promo code MorningStream. It's active today, so you can use it now at HelloFresh.com. That's
Holy
3,
cow.
dude. 3 for free. Free for
3
3
meals.
Yeah, 3 free meals. In fact, you could spell it
meals.
3, the number 3, REE. That's the new word for this. 3 free meals. Enter the promo code MorningStream at checkout and pick that up today.
Hell of a deal.
Love those guys. Toy Story 4 will be a love story, not a sequel, it says.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Pixar's president says the movie won't focus so much on the humans this time. Well, it doesn't usually.
Push by Sapphire.
But it doesn't usually. It just doesn't necessarily focus on the humans. I mean, I know the humans are there, but that's not the focus of these movies.
No, the focus is always the toys.
Yeah, this is weird. Anyway, the next installment of Toy Story will not be a direct sequel to the third film. Will instead focus on a love story. Pixar president Jim Morris told Disney's Latino blog that Toy Story 4, quote, is not a continuation of the end of the story of Toy Story 3, which sees Andy's toys dropped off at a little girl's house for her to enjoy while he goes off to college. This time, Morris says, it will be a romantic comedy. It will not focus on the interaction between the characters and children. With Tom Hanks as the voice of Woody, maybe Meg Ryan can sign on to recreate the rom-com magic in toy form. That's what Time wants.
Sleepless in the Toy Box.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Pixar. I love Toy Story. So whatever, just make what you're gonna make. I'm sure it'll be fine.
It's just funny that all right. So the toys did transfer, but I don't know why they would think that. Well, now the focus is going to be really strong on the little girl who gets the toys.
Yeah, I don't know why they think that either. That's weird. Anyway, Smell-O-Vision.
10 things I hate about toys.
56 broken toys. Wait, what was that movie about the dresses?
the dresses.
Yeah,
right.
that's what it is. Did I get the number right? I got none of that right, did I?
I don't know what. Yeah, I can't remember how many wedding dresses it is.
It's what's her name? It's Katherine
Heigl.
Yeah, that much I know. That's it. Iggy from your, or Izzy, sorry. Can't even get that right, from that show my wife likes. All right, Smell-O-Vision. It's here. It's a reality. Good news, everyone.
Good news.
Some optimistic folks at a company called Feel Real think that not only has VR arrived, but advanced enough that people are ready for the weather and sense, courtesy of a programmable battery-powered Bluetooth mask. This fits underneath your Oculus or your Vive headset.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And it incorporates tiny heaters, air coolers, misters, and a vibration engine, a microphone, and a removable cartridge with 7 unique smells, according to the website. The smells right now are ocean, jungle, fire, grass, powder, flowers, metal, and nobody really knows what powder means. Like
right,
powder
it smells
flavor.
like powder.
Yeah, that's weird.
I guess there's like that dusty kind of smell.
But the idea is like, okay, you're in a virtual space, you're creating a game where you're on the ocean or something, and now this thing can generate a smell that will help even more so give you presence in that space.
Immersion, right? Interesting. I still haven't even tried an Oculus, so.
Oh, you got to, dude.
I know. I want to. I'm waiting for the next, I guess, developer's kit or some business.
I don't want any of that now. I just want that Vive. I think the Vive's the one.
Really?
After reading everybody's impressions, and this Sony one's getting killer reviews. Look, Oculus may come out and it may blow my mind, but it feels like they're all on tap. Everybody's making a good one. So, the Sony one got rave reviews at GDC. The Vive, the Steam one got, nobody has said a bad thing about the Steam one. People who get sick on those things says I did not feel not even an ounce of nausea, and they said they.
What was it? The Morpheus. That's right. Yeah. HTC Vive, Sony Morpheus.
Yeah, the HTC is the Valve one. So they're
right.
They're one of the hardware manufacturers. HTC is, but it's Valve doing it. It's their thing.
That's going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, that's the one I want, and that one comes out first. That comes out in November, so pretty sure that's the one I'm going to get. Anyway, so if you want to smell stuff. Yeah, while you're virtually.
The great thing is this is compatible with all of them. So, hey, fire up that Walking Dead game and enjoy.
Well, in theory, it's compatible. I wonder if it is. Let's see.
Well, I mean, it's, it just goes on your face under all of them, right?
Yeah, but wouldn't they have to program?
Oh, yeah, of course. Right.
The
game would
smells and the
actually have to
vibrating
say-
and all that. Yeah, it'd have to be. It's funny because I feel like if that's a viable technology, to smell or produce mists or whatever, heat and cold and all that, that eventually that would be integrated into the VR sets themselves and not a separate thing you'd have to get, because nobody's going to go out and buy this separately.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to, dude. I don't want to go buy cartridges. Oh, all out of grass smell. Shit.
Call up the office, Max. Do you guys have the jungle cartridge, jungle smell?
Yeah. What printer do you have, sir? They wouldn't even know what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's it for that. We'll take a break. Before we do, squarespace.com is sponsoring the show, and I'll tell you what's going to crop up a bunch. It will be websites that review and talk about VR technology in general. Why not have that be you? Why not you, dear listener, go start
Be
a page?
the fast one in the market.
Yeah, register like, I don't know, VRHappyPlace.com, whatever.
Perfect.
See? It's pretty good, right? Rolls
Well
right off
done.
the tongue. Set up a website in really no time. Do it with a free trial, because I don't want you to just trust me. I want you to go try it for yourself. See for yourself. It'll give you a nice long trial with 0 credit card needed to do that. And if you decide you like it and stick around, use Morning at checkout for 10% off. And don't forget, they've got all the tools you need for selling stuff, for registering what you need, for mobile, and for all the responsive design. Great templates, everything you need. Squarespace.com is the place. The checkout code is Morning for 10% off your account. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, major spoilers, V for video games, some emails, and more. Brian, do you have music?
I do. Here is a song that we're going to be playing, and it is going out to Justin Kozjager, a.k.a. Cheese Hunter in the Tadpole. Dear Frog Pants Overlords, on March 4th, we welcomed our third child, Carly, into our lives. She is a squishy bundle of love. Brian, I leave it to your talents to commemorate such an occasion. Love those bows, yo. Dustin, a.k.a. Cheese Hunter in the Tadpole.
Nice.
So I like it. I do like it when they have open-ended stuff and lets me just kind of pick something that I think would sound good. And this is a sweet song that's kind of electronicized up for this version, which I still think is really good. So originally done by the band Knife, probably, oh God, I'm all of a sudden blanking. Jose Gonzalez, I think, was the most popular cover of this song. The song is called Heartbeats. And the cover we're going to listen to is the Trophy Fire, a different cover, very different from the Jose Gonzalez version. This comes from their 2011 album Modern Hearts. It is a beautiful song, and when you listen to the lyrics, this probably goes more towards the night that Carly was made, as opposed to the day she was born. Let's just leave it at that.
Conception, eh?
Yes. So here is Heartbeats by the Trophy Fire.
life begins. What could be more fragile? That's why hundreds of hospitals use Baby Magic Lotion. Its special emollient softens skin and help protect against wetness, chafing, and irritation. All problems for someone just facing the world. And because a mother's skin also needs protection, Baby Magic's perfect for adults, too. Protect the way so many hospitals do with Baby Magic Baby Lotion.
That's weird.
TBS Chandler's.
The Morning Stream. I'm a leaf on the wind. Watch how I soar.
Soundboard stopped working with shortcuts for some reason.
Weird.
I don't know why. Let me try it again.
TBS Chandler's.
All right, it's working now.
What is
some listener? I don't know what that is. I have no idea what he's saying. Let's listen very carefully. Let's see.
TBS Chandler's.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
A listener sent that in a call, and then I don't know what. I have no idea. Someone want to translate that out there? Let us know what you think that is. We'll play a little game. All right, I'm calling freaking Steven, okay?
Please call freaking Steven.
All right, you're all right with that? Because I am. I'm okay with it. Here you go. All the way from the state of Kansas, we have one man, one only man. One man. His name is Steven. One man. Hello, Steven.
Hello.
Are you one man?
I am one man.
Good.
I'm only one man.
One man, but never a man without a plan. Major spoiler zone. Steven Schleicher comes on the show, talks about stuff related to pop culture and all kinds of cool things. And today, it's all about the Supergirl.
I think so.
Yeah.
It seems like Friday is a good day for CBS or Warner Brothers or whoever's in charge over there to release their big Supergirl news for the week.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you guys had a chance to look at this, but they released the first shots of Melissa Benoist, I think is how you say her last name, as Supergirl.
Yeah.
And the costume looks pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. A lot of people are mad about the muted colors, and I would just say, well, they're pretty consistent with the movie universe, so, why would they go too crazy with making those so bright and stuff? So a lot of people are mad about that, but I think it looks fine. I think she looks great.
Yeah, a couple of things. Yeah, the texture does look like Man of Steel.
Mm-hmm.
And when The Flash was just starting off, everybody complained that his suit was way too dark and not bright red enough for The Flash, and it looks great on television. So I think this is going to be just fine.
They're into for whatever reason, they've chosen to go kind of maroon instead of red. It's more like I don't even know what to compare it to, but it's
is the dress blue and red, or is it gold and white? I can't tell.
Gold and white. I mean, come on, I know what I'm seeing there. It's cool, and she looks. I like her. I don't like her last name, and I realize this doesn't have any reflection on her at all. But the name Benoist, and no offense to any Benoists out there, but that's a terrible name. You should go to the freaking downtown and get that fixed.
Just don't like it because it rhymes with moist.
Moist Benoist. It's an annoying name. Anyway, so what else do we know about? I mean, it actually gives me a lot of hope to see what appears to be an optimistic face on her.
Yes.
She looks stoked to be Supergirl.
Yeah.
And that's good because Superman didn't always look too happy to be Superman. And
she's 24 years old in the show, and Superman has been around for quite some time, and she has decided to honor her cousin and step out as Supergirl. So that's what this show is going to focus on. And maybe that's why she seems a lot more hopeful and energetic and upbeat than maybe Superman has been in the movie, where he's like, I got to take upon the weight of the world on my shoulders. Literally.
My life sucks.
Yeah.
Do we know anything about how the treatment's going to be for, like, what's her job, in the day?
She works for Cat Grant at a company called Catco, which is kind of a big media conglomerate. Cat Grant will be played by Harrison Ford's wife, Calista Flockhart.
Calista Flockhart,
yeah.
Right.
And we know that there is a Black Jimmy Olsen. I forget his name off the top. We know that
that's his name.
I
forget what his.
I hope Brian's right. I want it to be Black Jimmy Olsen.
No, I forget what the actor's name is. There were a couple of other people that were hired and announced, like not this past Friday, but the Friday before. And then we also know that there are going to be some villains that show up, or some potential villains that show up in the series as well. Jeremy Jordan, that many people may know from the last 5 years, he's been cast to play Winslow Schott, who works for Catco with Kara Zor-El, but DC Comics fans would know him as the Toy Man. And if you've seen him, he's one of the oldest villains in the DC universe, but most people will remember him as that scary guy in the animated series who wore this big doll head and walked around and talked with kind of a very light, childish voice.
I remember that.
I always thought he was very creepy.
Very creepy, yeah. Wonder how much of that they'll do, if at all.
It would be interesting if they did.
Yeah.
Now, there's nothing that says in the announcement that came out that he would become the Toy Man, but when you see those names of villains pop up, you know at some point something bad's going to go down.
Give me the over/under on Crazy Quilt showing up. Think we'll get Crazy Quilt? Yeah,
probably not. But it wouldn't surprise me to see Paste Pot Pete show up in this at least once, and possibly, I don't know, some other crazy
one of the lads. Let's get one of the lad names in there. That'd be cool.
Well, you know, there is a great arc where, especially in the animated series, and this has played out in the comics before, where Supergirl does travel to the future and hooks up with the Legion of Superheroes and falls in love with Brainiac 5.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
I wonder how far they'll go with that stuff either. To me, it seems like it's going to be she's going to be some hip happening, streetwise cracking, media specialist lady during the day, and then at night she's going to don the suit. The thing that always bugged me about Supergirl is that she's doesn't do anything with her face to not look like herself when she's also a Supergirl. I know Superman, we're already kind of pushing it with Clark Kent and his glasses, right?
He's got glasses and he does his hair just a little bit different.
Right. But she's, she's fully exposed as whatever. Is she not going to have a secret identity?
We don't know that yet. I mean, we know that she will be Kara in the series. In the comic books, especially in the Silver Age, she changed the color of her hair. She wore a wig and would have a dark wig when she was running around during the day. And then when she turned into Supergirl, she would take that off and have her blonde hair show. So they might do something like that. They could go glasses if they really wanted to, although Tom Welling didn't opt to do that after about, the second or third season of Smallville.
Yeah.
So I think we'll be okay there.
Yeah, we should be fine. I'm not that worried about it. I just hope they get, this. If the storytelling they've been doing with Flash and to some degree Arrow can be consistent over here, then I think they'll have a nice little hit on their hands.
Yeah.
Seems like it anyway. Anything else about the production that's going on that we should be
the production is going on right now. This has got a series commitment from CBS, so it's not like it's going to go into pilot season and it'll never happen like the Wonder Woman. CBS is committed to this, and they're going forward with it, and Berlanti Productions is in charge. They're the same ones doing the Flash Arrow series over at the CW, and there is a spin-off series coming out of the Flash and Arrow universes, and even more characters are starting to pop up in that. The TV line this week had some they were able to get their hands on some of the other characters that we might see without the names of the characters, but there's a time traveler, a female warrior, and a young 20-something who has electricity power. So that could either be Black Lightning, Static Shock, any one of those guys.
Oh, that sounds fine.
Yep.
I'm excited.
I think so.
Now, I've been meaning to ask you this for a while. Do you have, if you were to just use your little radar, okay, your Steven radar, who do you think is the next TV developed? We haven't had announced already. TV developed comic to TV thing. Either DC, Marvel, whoever. What do you think we're going to get if you had to pick?
Well, so we already know Teen Titans are coming. We know that there's maybe another X-Men project coming to television. I would really like to see a Booster Gold Blue Beetle team up.
Yeah.
I think that would make the most sense for a lot of people, but if that's not the route that they want to go, it may be a little bit too wacky for audiences. I would like to see a Ralph and Sue Dibny Mystery of the Week show.
That'd be all right.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Now the problem would be that Ralph has these stretching powers.
Elongated man.
Yes. And I don't know how well that would go off for television viewers. It might be okay for big screen viewers, but I think television viewers, that might be a little bit too much for them.
It's such a boring name. Like, it's just such a it just describes him. It's like saying,
it's not. It doesn't even really describe him that well, because he's not really elongated. He has the power to elongate himself.
Right. But it's silly. It's like saying, I don't know. It's like if the Human Torch was called I make fire, man. Like
Fire,
exactly.
on fire guy.
Yeah, on,
On
fire,
fire
guy. Emulated man. Like there's some.
Right.
It's a terrible idea. All right. Well, I'm I'm hopeful that here's my hope that somebody somewhere gets it in their head that Nightwing would be a good idea. Because I'm a huge fan of Nightwing. That whole spinoff is to me one of the better DC things in recent decades, and I would love to see something with Nightwing in it.
That would
Yeah,
be really cool too. And I think maybe depending on how they run this Teen Titan show over at TBS, that might be something that could spin out of that in the future.
Oh, look! I just noticed you're wearing a Superman T-shirt. Is that in honor of this news today?
No, it was whatever was first on the
Gotcha.
rack from Laundry Day.
Plus,
so.
he's got like 20 of those, so he just grabs one.
Right. So with superhero TV shows, I mean, the tough thing is, and we've seen it with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., we've seen it with Arrow and Flash, is that doing the supervillain of the week would get expensive, right? Because you want to please the fans and have real supervillains and have real characters from the comics, but the cost of doing the special effects for those. So they do have to kind of lean more on the detective side of things. Like Gotham is doing a great job with that.
Oh yeah, and doing some pretty crazy things with Gotham.
How is Gotham going in your estimations? I haven't seen it yet.
If you just get into your mindset that it's okay that Fish Mooney is just this over the top scenery chewing character, everything goes much smoother. And it's at least maybe not for her. I mean, for those of you that are caught up on the series with what's going on with the Dollmaker or Dollmaker character, it's getting.
Oh, is that
spooky.
who he is?
They say Mocker as the name, but yeah, I'm guessing it's Dollmaker. And I've heard that she is not coming back for season 2.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
But yeah, it's really pretty good.
All right.
Yeah, but anyway, because of that, yeah, these shows do have to lean more on less supernatural superhero kind of situations for them to get into that they need to get out of. And I kind of like that. I don't mind that so much as, it doesn't have to be, all right, Absorbing Man this week, and then next week it's going to be Batroc or, whatever.
One of the nice things about the Flash show is that they do tend to have a villain of the week, but they also have a lot of recurring villains that they're locking up and then escaping or whatever. Pied Piper is one of them. Girder was a recurring villain twice. Captain Cold, Heat Wave are others that keep popping up, and I hope that they continue that. Yeah. Because that does make it simple that, hey, we've already figured out how to do the special effects for the Captain Cold gun. Let's just keep reusing it at least 3 times or 4 times a year and save on some costs.
Totally. And it's, hey, these characters have a rogues gallery for a reason, right? It's the complement to their abilities, and having some history with that enemy is really cool.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
Well, good. Well, hopefully, good quality comic projects will keep coming to TV, and the ones that are already there will get developed out. And I know a lot of people are a little cool on Gotham at first. Sounds like things have picked up for them. People like it more.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time for me to actually watch that show, I guess. I don't know. Oh,
for me, things really kicked off after episode 10.
Yeah. Well, The Last Man on Earth is the thing I want to see the most right now.
It's so good.
And Carter's all in. She's been talking about it. She's like, Dad, you got to watch that. I'm like, all right, what are we, 2-3 episodes in or something?
Yeah, last night was the 3rd episode. You'll get through it in no time, and it's on Hulu. You'll
and people are loving it.
You're gonna have a blast. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll check it out. Steven
Aside
Schleicher,
from Nebraska, the greatest thing that Will Forte's ever done.
Cool. I like Nebraska, so I'm in. Steven, anything else happening in your world you want people to be aware of, sir?
No, I'm very excited that people are all excited about what we're doing with Critical Hit. We kicked off a new arc that'll go on for, I don't know, a month or so, where we're playing Fate, and it's another role-playing system, and we're doing superheroes, and it's a lot of fun. And Brian may be getting a shirt in the mail in a few days.
Whoa.
Only because I sent out an email and it went to the wrong Brian.
Oh.
And
Nice.
I want to be a nice guy and say, I'm
dude,
going to
you
send you
could've-
that shirt anyway.
You could have totally backed off and said, "Dude, I'm sorry I sent this." I was wondering. I was like, "Wow,
No.
how do I rate a shirt?" So
Yeah, every time I type Brian, it either has Ibit that pops up first or the other Brian that plays
That's
the show.
hilarious.
I have too many Brians.
So look
too.
for that sometime this week,
Yeah.
Brian.
Too many Brians.
I have the same exact problem with Brian's.
Yeah, you got a lot of Brians in your life.
Yeah, I hear Brian's song all day. That movie's in the background. I just can't get away from him.
Brian Wilson playing some
right.
Brian Jones.
Exactly. Steven, I hope your week is as good as it can be, and let's do this again real soon. All right.
Take care, guys.
Bye now.
Bye.
All right.
Yeah, I keep getting misaddressed email from Leo Laporte too.
Oh yeah, Ibbotson.
Yeah, he keeps sending emails to some Brian Ibbotson character.
Yeah, that guy is just never online when you need him.
Thank you, TVZ Gun, for the inspiration for that joke.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy. All right, we're going to give V a big call here, or a quick call. I shouldn't say a big call. It's a quick call. It's a big call, too. Come on now. It's whatever it is. It is what it is. Hi, Veronica. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, man. So good. How,
So good. That's good.
So good.
I think I'm pretty good. I'm feeling good because there's like actual spring weather, and that's nice because I'm sick of the winter and I'm ready for, things to warm up and all that.
I'm kind of sad we didn't have any kind of winter to speak of. We had like a week of sweater weather and
That's
then
true.
it went away.
Come to Colorado.
I know. Go literally anywhere else outside of California and I'll be in good shape.
Did you not go home for like Thanksgiving or something, or it would have been pretty snowy or whatever, right?
I went home for Christmas and it rained a little bit. It drizzled, but there was no snow at all. And the snow all happened after I left. So
This year's
too
weird.
bad.
This year is weird everywhere, man. Nothing's normal. It's all jacked up.
Global weather weirding and whatnot.
What the hell? Well, it's good to have you on. V for Video Games. V comes on, talks about the latest and greatest in video games, either stuff we're playing or talking about or what's hot in the news or whatever. What brings you today? What do you have?
We are talking about Battlefield Hardline Premium and the crazy amount of stuff that you get when you pay twice as much for the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of controversy about it. Everybody does well. Whenever EA does anything at all business model-y, people flip out and just act like all they want is just the game. But what do people actually get with this thing?
Yeah, so for the price of another full game, you get masks, which give you some sort of exclusive gameplay benefit. This is all coming from Destructoid.com, and thanks to Mike for putting things in the show notes. You get a gun bench, which allows you to exclusively customize weapons and track their stats. You get competitive play. You gain access to Battlefield Hardline Premium exclusive ladder and tournament games. And you get legendary status, which is kind of like prestige mode from Call of Duty. But then you also get early access to the content packs that are going to be coming out throughout the year. So Battlefield Hardline Criminal Activity, Robbery, Getaway, and Betrayal. These are all staggered throughout 2015 and into early 2016. So it's a lot of stuff, but it's also a lot of stuff that you would kind of expect to be in the baseline game.
Yeah, this is where people
especially the competitive play. I mean, that seems there's no PvP unless you get the deluxe version.
That's what it sounds like to me, but that seems crazy.
That
so
does
I would
seem
love
crazy.
if someone's listening on Twitter if they can kind of chime in who know more about this particular game, and if there's got to be. It can't only be single player. I just tweeted about it, so someone might be.
Hopefully,
it's entirely possible.
It's such a weird game anyway because it's such a break from the normal Battlefield games, and it takes it into this new area. And if it were me. And after kind of the trouble they had with 4, Battlefield 4 was a mess at launch, and they had all these problems with it and technical issues. It just feels like they shouldn't be messing with the formula too much, or else you're just going to further alienate your base, who are already, they're already kind of hard to peel off of games like Call of Duty or whatever the hot thing is.
Right. There's already other great games out there right now, and this game has not been getting the most stunning reviews so far. I mean, the buzz about it is not great. So I would kind of try to woo people in before I start charging them double for content. But also, there's a lot of hardcore players who are like, yeah, give me this stuff. I'm going to be playing this game for years. I want to just invest in it now and know that I'm going to get all the stuff early, all the stuff first, and never have to worry about going in and buying additional DLC. So I can understand both perspectives, but I think it's definitely more geared towards the people who are super hardcore and know they're going to be playing this game for a really long time, know they want to reach that legendary status no matter what. But for people who are maybe just starting, there's other games out there that aren't going to cost as much and are going to give you more.
Yeah, I just wonder what history will say when people look back at this period where we're trying to figure out what free-to-play means and what microtransactions are and how new business models and games can work. I wonder if people will look back on EA's experimentations as, in the end, good moves or risky enough to at least experiment so that people figure out what the hell we're supposed to do with this landscape, or if they'll be looked upon as, a scourge during that time. I mean, right now, you can't gauge anything by the angry internet, but the angry internet is angry and they're mad and they don't like anything EA does, and EA's got, sort of years of kind of weird stuff behind them. The SimCity thing rings the most painful for me.
I know.
Still so so sad.
Mike
about
is
them.
saying on Twitter, Iceworm is saying that you get the basic multiplayer, but the tournament stuff, the tournament level stuff is locked behind that paywall.
Yeah.
So you get the baseline, PvP. We call it
Yeah.
PvP. We're funny.
Yeah.
The
Multiplayer.
The site seems to support that too. It's support for competitive play through Battlefield Hardline Premium Access only tournaments and ladders. So you get the tournaments and ladders only with the premium, but probably regular competitive play.
Tournaments.
So yeah, I was reading the comments on this on this post on Destructoid, and it really is kind of 50-50. Like a lot of people say, like, if you're a hardcore Battlefield or Call of Duty fan, you'll spend hundreds, if not thousands, of hours on these games. So yeah, you're going to be paying the money for it, and still going to be a cheap hobby overall compared to other things I guess you could potentially do with your time in life. But
Where do you stand on shooters in general? Is it a genre that eludes you? Do you want to play more of them? Is this interesting at all, this particular game?
Not for me. No, I've never been a big shooter person. I've played the single player mode in a lot of different games, and that's always fine. But I do not play competitive multiplayer stuff for first person shooters. It's just not my scene.
She'll cut you too. You got to watch it. She'll tear you up if you're one of the most competitive game players I know. I cannot imagine like a hardcore like Call of Duty match. In fact, wait, I'm having some nerdtacular ideas. Hold on. I'll save this for later. I'll think of something fun to do with that. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny
Double
because
clicks are gonna have to share one controller.
Yeah. Oh no.
I'm more interested in what they do with what they actually do with this urban area combat stuff than I am in any of this other stuff. Like none of that matters to me. What I wish Hardline would do is focus in on, all right, we're taking this crazy huge engine, which is usually about giant battlefields with tanks and airplanes and helicopters, and we're going to take it to the streets in these
like
big
prime. Yeah,
it's a cool idea. And now they're just they're what are they doing?
There's like they've cast some kind of, what's the word? Is it what's a negative?
Pallor,
a pall? What is the word?
I know what you're looking for. Yeah.
It's not a Paul, is it? Is that a word?
I don't
Who's
know.
Paul? And why are we casting him over things?
What's going on with Paul now? Yeah. I don't know. They're cursing it a little bit, and I don't want them to do that. I want their games to be great. They did it with, again, I go back to SimCity, but they cursed SimCity, not because of any other reason except they wanted to be terrible to their players, or at least it felt that way. And
they didn't want to be terrible to their players, Scott.
not.
I mean, it was botched for a lot of reasons, but I think, the fans were rightly upset. I was bummed out because I had been waiting for that game for like a decade, and it was difficult. But I don't think the team wanted that to happen. I think the technical aspects just got away from them, and they launched too early, and that's a big problem, and that's something that shouldn't happen in a company as large and that's been around for as long as EA has. So it's tough.
They haven't completely destroyed your Sims yet. You're still cool with Sims, right?
A pox. Is it a pox? Am I looking for pox?
A pox
There were
be
people who
upon
are saying
you.
it's a Paul. Pall.
Pall. That sounds
Yeah.
more right. Okay. What was I saying?
You were saying there is a pox. The Sims have a pox on them. No, I'm saying, do you think the Sims is in the same boat, or are you ever worried about them destroying that thing? Because I know you're a huge fan.
I haven't been playing Sims as much. I think probably because I got back into World of Warcraft. But yeah, if they screw with that community, I mean, they've already done some stuff, I think, with the marketplace that people haven't been too thrilled about. But if they screw with that community, it's going to be hell to pay.
Yeah, a lot of people with green things over their heads, all mad.
Did you listen to the episode of, was it, I can't remember if it was 99% Invisible, I think, where they talked about the end of the Sims Online world?
Yeah. I love that show, by the way. So good.
Oh my gosh, that episode, I cried because it made me think of it, like all these people there witnessing the end of their world. And can you imagine, like, those relationships still exist outside of the game, but at the same time, it's like if World of Warcraft shut down, like,
oh my gosh.
Can you imagine how heartbreaking that would be for us?
That's seismic. It would be more than
Poor Mancrick and his wife.
We don't even have. I don't know if we have a real world equivalent to what this it would be like. Like, is it like your village is devastated by a bomb or something? Maybe. I mean, it's not quite that bad, but you know what I mean.
No,
like,
Scott, it's not like that.
But like from a social perspective or something, it's kind of a big deal.
There would be this, because you're basically, there's this environment, there's this world that you're a part of, even if you're not physically in, that is all of a sudden not going to be available to you ever again.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's nothing you can do about it. It's like you went to high school and had all the cultural experiences of high school and then found out that your high school had been erased. Just gone.
Oh, crazy.
I know. They did tear mine down, but anyway.
That won't happen in our lifetime.
No, it will not.
We won't
I
have to
hope
worry
not.
about it.
That'll be a sad, mournful day when that happens. It's always fun to hang out. We need Tom's people to get on the stick and get us on his show every week. That's still a thing that's going on.
I know, patrons. Get on that.
Yeah.
Get on that business. I
Yeah.
think we're getting close-ish.
Real
Not
close.
really. Real close. Is it?
I think
it
it's pretty
close?
close. Tom told me we're close, but I didn't
All right,
go
let's
check.
see. We're at $14,593 per month for
Yeah.
DTNS,
Yeah.
and if we get to $16,000 per month, me and Scott join the show.
Oh, I was thinking we were only
So-
about $1,000 away, but I guess not.
a little more than $1,000 away, but we can get there.
Yeah.
I feel confident that we can get there.
It'll be a special time for all of us, everyone. So pitch in, up your rate, do what you got to do. Veronica on Twitter. Always fun to hang out. Thanks for being here. We'll see you on Monday.
See you guys later.
Bye
Bye-bye.
now.
See ya.
All right. Running dogs through. What was the thing she was doing last week? What's that called? When you run the dog through the.
The weeds.
Yeah, I meant to ask her how that went.
The dog agility training.
Yeah, I wonder how that's going for her. Let's see here. Where are we now? How about some? Let's do a couple of emails. Okay, now you have to put on your actor voice for this one.
I see this. Yeah.
So it's brought to you by
40s style. So I mean, not like the 1920s film reel.
Yeah, I got
roll up, come and see the greatest wonder of the age, the Low on Health podcast. Gaze in wonder as two British men talk video games. Cringe in shock as they tangent to and fro. Gasp in awe as they try their best to stay on subject. Join Chris, Alikar in the chat, and Greg as we take a trip down the nostalgic road of video gaming gone by, and look ahead through jaded eyes at the path before us. Perfect for those who enjoy gaming, the British, or the funnies, the Low on Health podcast. Go to Low on Health podcast for more information, or look for Low on Health on iTunes or Stitcher.
Yeah, it's a great domain. Lowonhealth.com.
Low on
cool.
Health, yeah.
A couple of quick emails and then a call.
But they don't have lowonhealth.com. They have lowonhealthpodcast.com.
Oh, good
so
point.
that's the one you should go to.
Nothing's available anymore. Nothing. It's just we all should just get used to it. Nothing new on the internet, everyone.
Right.
Steve wrote in, says, Dear Sugar and Butter, Paula Deen has signed a cookbook deal ending our long national nightmare. It's her big comeback. Oh. Sorry, I say Paula Deen, I sneeze. It's just built into me. I can't help it.
50 Shades of Making Love to My Tater.
Tater. She has gotten rid of the fat stuff, it says here, and she's also lost a ton of weight. If you look at her, she's slimmed way down.
That's a great picture.
Yeah.
The guy in the foreground just kind of giving her a little bit of the stink eye.
Yeah, that's kind of awesome.
Like, who's this crazy lady and give me that food now? Those waffles do look amazing.
Check this out. The book deal details or appears to be the latest step in Dean's bid to return to the public eye. She recently announced she'll be hosting a cooking podcast starting in May.
There you go.
So
she's going to bring the medium back.
Right. It's all coming back. Finally. And yeah. Interesting. What is she making there? Is that some kind of giant waffle nightmare?
It looks like a waffle with tater tots on it or something.
She made love to her tater tots?
Made love to her tater tots. There's definitely something fried on there. This is not part of the Healthy Living Cookbook.
No, but that guy made that picture the best thing ever.
Yes.
Good job, Tyrese.
I want him. I want him separated out and put into a lot of photographs.
Yeah, that guy's great. Hello, Scroton Ball says, let's see, Iceworm wrote this in. It says, 1995 was a way better year for music than 1999. Those jokers on BuzzFeed are smoking the crack. Here are just a few albums that were released in 95. Of course, Garbage, self-titled album.
Of course is the first one he mentions, yes.
Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill. Foo Fighters, self-titled. Smashing Pumpkins, Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. No Doubt's Tragic Kingdom. Oasis with What's the Story, Morning Glory. Radiohead, The Bends, Alice in Chains self-titled album called Tripod. That's not self-titled. Also, why is it called Tripod? Well, whatever. Oh, it was the one with the dog on it. That's not a great album. That's an okay album.
Mm-hmm.
That's not great. Red Hot Chili Peppers, One Hot Minute. Green Day's Insomniac. It's no Dookie.
All right.
It's okay.
It's no dookie.
It's no dookie. Mariah Carey's Daydream, Collective Soul self-titled, Jules, Pieces of You, Natalie Merchant's Tiger Lily.
Yeah, I'm sure Ice One's really cranking up the Natalie Merchant Tiger Lily. All right, I give you 1987. Okay, this is what I would regard as one of the best years for music.
Okay.
You've got In Excess's Kick album.
Awesome.
You've got Music for the Masses by Depeche Mode.
Yes.
You've got The Smiths with Strange Ways Here We Come. You've got REM Document, with the one I love, and it's The End of the World as We Know It.
Big album.
You have a little album by a group called U2 called The Joshua Tree that people would have been happy to get for free on their iPods. You get The Replacements. Oh, The Replacements, Pleased to Meet Me with Can't Hardly Wait and Alex Chilton and Skyway. Sisters of Mercy, Love and Rockets, Earth, Sun, Moon. Pet Shop Boys, actually. Midnight Oil, Diesel and Dust.
That's a hell of a year.
That was a hell of a year.
Yeah. Look, here's the bottom line. I'm going to agree with Brian, but you could argue that Brian and I might be biased because that was a heyday for us.
Sure.
I still say it's better, but that's the problem. You all say it's better. And it doesn't matter when you were at the age where it mattered. That's the year you're going to think.
Holy cow. Some of the ones I forgot. Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses.
Oh my
Bad
gosh.
by Michael Jackson. Sign of the Times by Prince.
It's a big year, dude.
Hysteria by Def Leppard. A little band called Def Leppard.
Yeah. A little tiny band.
Little tiny band. So
Little
shut up with
your 95 and
the
99
90s
bull crap.
music.
I mean, I love the 90s. Don't get me wrong, but it weren't no 87. All right.
1930. Now that was a good year for music.
I love 1930. All right, we're going to now do a call. You ready for a call?
Okay. All right, call.
This is about, well, it speaks for itself. Here you go.
Hey, Scott, just want to share a story with you. Just flying back to my hometown from a business trip and was listening to the morning stream, actually on my Tweaked Audio earbuds, and it was kind of settling in. Had the volume up kind of loud because the ambient noise in the plane is what it is. Wasn't thinking much of it. You started to talk about the story about the penis. And then all of a sudden you got real loud talking about the normal size penis. And the dude next to me totally heard it, did a slow turn over to look at me. I'm completely mortified. So hopefully you get a laugh out of it.
I totally got a laugh out of it. Thank you very
Yes.
much. I don't remember yelling the normal size penis. Well, I must have yelled it. You know when I sometimes go like this, it's the normal one.
Right.
It's like
Yes,
that.
exactly. That apparently seems to leak out of the earbuds.
Exactly. What will happen if they hear this on the plane?
Thanks a lot, f***ing time change. It's the middle of the f***ing night that I'm going to work now.
Such a cranky old guy.
Oh, man.
If you want to send in your own calls, your own emails, it's real easy. Use the phone number 801-471-0462 or email us the morning stream at gmail.com. And real quick, don't forget, vote every day through the 21st. Is that correct?
Vote stream every day.
I think it's
Yes,
we even got we got a clip from a listener about that. Hold on. Here you go.
Vote Frog Pants every day.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah, thank you for that.
For the next 2 weeks, 2 weeks from today is the last day you can vote. So please go there daily. Make it part of your little daily, getting your coffee, checking your email, vote TMS or vote Frog Pants and Frog Pants family, Frog Pants and extended family.
Yep, we want to win these things.
Yes,
we desire them. So if
and we promise you a show to end all shows if we win.
Well, yeah, don't get too excited. It'll probably be all right. I don't know if it'll be just show to end all shows.
You don't want to build this up?
No.
Okay, no. Well, it'll be a show. It'll be a show put together, with help from you, the listener, the voting public.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll figure out how that works out.
And this is how much time you have.
2 weeks?
Yeah,
There's no such thing as 2 weeks in the news business.
I don't remember what that was from. But you have 2 weeks, okay? So
2
go vote.
weeks.
Podcastawards.com. I guess we should say that. That's where you go.
Yes, podcastawards.com. And some days it doesn't work, but keep trying. And
Yeah, they got some issues.
We appreciate you putting up with their technical issues in their rebuilding year.
They didn't have any trouble with that last year. The vote thing worked fine.
No,
so.
Todd Cochran apparently running a tighter ship than people give him credit for.
Yeah, maybe they're getting hacked by those Signal or those serial people that got mad about them slamming them on the nominations.
Oh,
night.
yeah, maybe.
Maybe that was it. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Frogpants.com/TMS is the website. Gave you all the other info. Let's see. Oh, on Twitter, Coverville, Scott Johnson, Morning Stream. New Boop show today. Watch for that. And some other big stuff coming up this week. Some big announcements. If you like Terpster and you like me, you want to be paying attention. There's something coming. Something coming. Yeah, they're all right. They're okay. They're like that second Green Day album. Yeah, it's all right. That's gonna do it. Let's take our leave. Do you have music for us to do that with?
I do. Zach wrote in, said, "Hey, Soother and Bottle, March is going to be a great month for me. My birthday is on the 29th, and my first broodling, a male one, should be born around the 15th. Exciting! Can't wait to not sleep. I picked the top song for the week I was born, which according to some website was 867-5309 by Tommy Two-Tone. I like covers that are very different from the original, so maybe something chiptune-y or fun and upbeat, or, seeing as I can't predict the future, whatever is the top song for the week of the 15th. Probably Iggy Azalea or Taylor Swift or some shit. Anyway, sorry for the long email. Yo, bro, that hobo stole my drobo, though."
All right.
Signed, Zach.
All right.
Well, I'm not going to play Taylor Swift or Iggy Azalea. I will play a cover of Tommy Two-Tone's 867-5309/Jenny. This one by the band Phone Calls from Home from their album One and Done, which for the most part is a tribute to one-hit wonders, although they do include a cover of Starship's We Built This City on this album, which Jefferson Starship had a bunch of great songs, as well as Jefferson Airplane, so you can't really call them a one-hit wonder, but hey, we get what you're going for. Phone Calls from Home. This is less, I mean, it's certainly not chiptune-y. It's basically taking an older song and making it feel current. Like, you could hear this version by Phone Calls from Home if you were not familiar with the original, think, oh, okay, this is a new song. And that's what I like about it. It's Phone Calls from Home and their cover of Tommy Two-Tone's 867-5309.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow on a regular episode of this here show. It'll be the Tuesday edition, so be on back here, or whatever that is in English. Talk to you then.